All right, guys, welcome back to another Madden 23 Bucs franchise. And this week we're playing against the Jaguars, a state rivalry against Jacksonville. And so we got a couple of things we got to get through before we get into the game. So first is the QB1 check-in for Baker Mayfield, who I think on the season now he has 2 TDs and 3 picks. So his team has struggled out of the gate so far. And when that happens, a lot of the blame is usually placed on the QB. Who do we blame? Who needs to step up? I'm going to say the team overall. I mean, Baker hasn't played fantastic, but it doesn't really... He's not the whole reason why we're losing, without a doubt. I mean, it's just the whole team has been bad. The defense has been bad. Baker's been okay. He's been average, and Leonard Fournette's been kind of average. I mean, the offense has been average. The defense has been terrible. I think it's mostly the defense that's been the problem. I mean, giving up 40 to the Texans is absurd. Heavy rain, and so this is going to be a game where we have to run the football. I mean, I just don't trust Baker to pass the football in the rain, and we're gonna stick with running the ball. I mean, Mike Evans is there. We're gonna give him some opportunities. We're gonna give Godwin some opportunities, but outside of that, we just gotta stick with running the ball with Fournette and Rachaad White, and this will probably be the biggest game that Rachaad White has in terms of just like touches in general, just because we are just gonna hammer it this game without a doubt, and we have no changes to negotiations, and really, if anything, the thing I want to do is I think I'm going to make a trade. All right, we're offering Russell Gage straight up for Zach Sealer. The reason we want Zach Sealer is because at 6'6", 300 pounds at D end, he's only got 77 speed. He's got decent finesse, but he has 89 strength and 84 block shed and 84 play rec. He's got 81 hit power too, and overall, just the dude is gigantic, and he is the 10th ranked left end in the league based off of pure overall, but also the dude, again, he's 27 years old. He's at normal dev. He's going to be starting for us immediately, especially with Vita Vea out, but this dude is the answer to stopping the run a little bit more, not giving up 10 yards per carry. We're going to see if we can get him for Russell Gage. And they have decently high interest. The trade works because Russell Gage's contract is for $5 million. So we're going to have a little bit more money as well after making this trade, so we could sign a free agent or two instead of having literally no cap. We're going to give him a 7th round pick as well. And this should make the trade go through. And welcome Zach Sealer to the team. A definite steal from the Rams. He's our starting left end that they just don't value all that much. As a 79 overall, I mean, the dude's basically an 80, and again, just a fantastic run stopper. All right, so here's an update to the lineup. Paris Johnson at left tackle, Shaq Mason still at left guard, Will Hernandez at right guard. We have benched Larry Borum after his terrible performance for Jawan James at right tackle until Tristan Wirfs comes back. And then at wide receiver, we got rid of Russell Gage because we wanted to give Hyatt more opportunities. And Hyatt and Russell Gage are in a similar mold, kind of. Gage is a little bit better of a route runner, and Hyatt's a little bit more athletic, but in terms of just like overall size and build, they're kind of a similar type of player. But we want to give Hyatt more opportunities, and Julio is going to be our wide receiver number 4. On defense, with Sealer now on the team, he's going to be our starting left end. We had Nelson and Snowden before, who just, I mean, yeah, they're a 70 and a 62 overall. They're not great at stopping their run. They're more of pass rushers as well. And while Vita Vea is out, Odenigbo is going to be starting at DT. Hall is still our right end right now, and then Jamel Dean and Carlton Davis are still there. Bryce Callahan is still there. We want to give Eli Ricks and Jalen Jones some more opportunities. We got to sub them in a little bit more often. Just try to build their XP up a little bit, get their overalls a little bit higher. Maybe try to get a dev trait. Maybe try to get them up for defensive rookie of the year or something. I mean, really, what are we trying to do? We're trying to develop our young players, and getting defensive rookie of the year would basically give one of them star dev. So we may have to bench one of our more veteran corners. It depends on what happens for the season going forward, but we'll see. Chenal is still at backup middle linebacker. Diabate has been shifted down a little bit. Diabate has played decently well. His play rec is just not all that high. Let me double check. And he gets burnt sometimes on man coverage with running backs. His zone isn't that high. Yeah, I mean, his man's low. It is what it is. His block shed is not that great. His hit power, we know his hit power is great. He's a very athletic dude. And then any other changes on defense? I mean, Jaquan Brisker is still in the same spot, and Winfield's in the same spot. And Joey Tryon and Shaq Barrett are still there. So that is the updated roster right now. And like we talked about earlier, we were expecting the rain. And on Monday night primetime, We are getting the rain. And Christian Kirk with 6 catches and a touchdown. And 130 receiving yards as well. Zach Wilson is not starting, by the way. I don't know why he's up there right now. Zach Wilson is a slightly higher overall right now than Baker because Baker is losing a little bit of his motivation. He's losing a little bit of his confidence, so he's dropped from a 70 to a 69, but he is going to be starting for this game over Zach Wilson again. I just don't know what the effect of starting Zach Wilson would have on this team, and it could very well piss off Chris Godwin and Mike Evans, who already are super unhappy. So, yeah, no, Zach Wilson is not starting. He is on the bench, without a doubt, but I love wearing these unis. I love the kind of grayish black. And so in this weather, again, we've committed to running the football, and we just gotta honestly just gotta have a lot better defense than we had last week, giving 40 up to the Texans. That is the number one thing that we cannot do, is we cannot give up a ton of points to the Jags and Trevor Lawrence. And they have a slightly different roster. We're going to go over it real quick because they have made a couple changes to their roster. So at QB, obviously Trevor Lawrence and Jake Haener as their backup. Travis Etienne as the halfback with Dwayne McBride as their backup. And he's a rookie. At wide receiver, Christian Kirk. Now they have Calvin Ridley and Zay Jones and Josh Downs. Tight end, they don't have Evan Ingram anymore. They have Robert Tonyan. They lost him in free agency. Their O-line is kind of spotty. They got some good O-linemen. They got Bryce Huff and Fadu Kasi. They got Davon Hamilton. Herbig they got. 72 overall rookie, Foyesade Aloakon. Trayvon Walker is almost an 80 overall. Tyson Campbell, Shaq Griffin, and Darius Williams. And they got Garrett Williams as well. And then a free safety, they got Cisco, and strong safety. They have CJ Gardner-Johnson, so they got an upgrade. And they still have Rayshawn Jenkins as well, so definitely might be running some 3 safety sets. Anyways, we are on the kickoff, and a short kick out to the 10-yard line. Looks like it might be like hurricane-like conditions. Oh, crap. He goes out of bounds at the 28. But looks like the wind is also bad, aside from the rain. And we'll see what the Jaguars come out with on their first drive, seeing what their game plan kind of is. Again, Travis Etienne is a little bit more of a receiving back, and their backup running back is a 72 overall rookie, so we'll see if they try to power run it. This is Leonard Fournette's old team. It's kind of an interesting little matchup in Florida. Again, with this weather, I'm very curious to see what they do. They're coming out in the gun immediately. We're bringing the man blitz. They're running Etienne, and Devin White gets there. Can't make the tackle. But Steeler's there also to kind of stop him, and that's what we love to see. After trading for Steeler, first thing he does is come in and help get a run stop. And it's so huge without Vita Vea on the team right now, being injured. On 2nd and 9, running another man blitz, and another run play. Etienne, that was Antoine Winfield that missed the tackle. Jaquan Brisker misses the tackle too. Etienne is getting extra slippery right now, breaking multiple tackles. Very unusual for his style of running. We're in 4-3 right now. On 1st and 10, they got a jumbo set. Looks like it could be a run again. Running cover 1, and it's another handoff to Etienne. We missed the tackle and actually take out our own teammates, making it 2nd and 1. And so far, again, we have Zach Sealer that we just traded for, and if we had him and Vita Vea, I think we'd actually do a good job on stopping the run a little bit, but Sealer right now is the only really great block shedder on the team. So, he's just kind of a stopgap. Good. Oh, I thought Brisker was going to break that up. But Tonyan with the catch. Right now, yeah, he's just kind of a stopgap. They got a bunch of receivers out wide. We're going to go cover 3. And so Steeler's the only guy that's really there on the line right now that can stop anybody or anything underneath. Diabate can't make the tackle. Chenal is eventually there to stop Christian Kirk for a gain of 4. Making it 2nd and 6, and we want to slow them down a little bit at least. 2nd and 6, we are expecting run. Again, another jumbo set. Looking at Etienne to run the ball, and Devin White can't make the tackle. A good hit by Jamel Dean, though. But again, Etienne picks up the first. And it's looking sloppy so far on offense and defense a little bit. I will say that the Jags have looked pretty... Diabate forces the fumble! And that's exactly what we need. And Winfield gets taken out by Devin White. But I was going to say, it's been looking mostly sloppy on defense, but, as soon as I say that, we get the stop and hit Etienne and force the fumble. A huge play by Diabate. All right, 1st and 10 from the 30. We're in I form. We're committing to running the football, but on our first play, we're going to see if we can catch the defense off guard with a tight end screen. Play action. Irv Smith is wide open, cutting it back inside. Gets one block, but only gets a yard on the play. And Irv Smith did have a big game last game with 5 catches for 92 yards. Performing very well. I'm trying to think about what would be the best thing to do for running the football in this situation. I think I'm going to bring Rachaad White in, and we're going to fake the jet sweep with Mike Evans. Actually, this might be to Mike Evans. We're going to sub out of that. The last jet sweep that Mike Evans did not go so well. Rachaad White on the carry, gets hit in the backfield, and he lost a yard on the play. So now we're in a definite passing situation on 3rd and 10. Trayvon Walker in on that tackle. We're going to see if we can play high-low, kind of. We're going to see if Irv Smith is open in the seam. He might be. And Mike Evans is wide open over the middle. He got the first down pickup, too. A nice throw by Baker again. Again, that's the thing we worry about in this rain game is just the ball just kind of going in weird directions, how the wind affects it. You know, if we have to sling it eventually, like, we will. I do kind of like this RPO option, though. See if Mike Evans gets open. Oh, a good deflection. Kind of baited us into that throw a little bit. On 2nd and 10, still in pistol. We're going to try another RPO. And this time we're not going to throw it so easily. Mike Evans has an opening underneath and nearly picks up the first, makes it 3rd and 4. All right, we're going to try a jailbreak screen, and we've been using this with Leonard Fournette, but we're going to give Rachaad White a try on this play. Out from the right side, he's got time. Oh, he breaks a tackle. And at least we're going to get another play, but this might be a flag for a illegal man downfield because we waited a while to throw it. Oh, it's holding. Okay, well, I mean, regardless, it's going to be 3rd and 14, but it's on our rookie left tackle, Paris Johnson. And so we're going to have to find another way to convert. This time it's definitely going to be a pass, and the defense obviously knows that on 3rd and 14 from the 40. If we pick up this first or get close, we could be close. No, we're not going to be close to a field goal. What am I talking about? The weather is way too bad. But they get 2 high safeties. And Godwin could be open. Godwin is open. Can we get the pass off to him? He holds on to it for the big first down pickup. And Baker looking really good so far again. We just don't want to put him in a lot of those situations. Godwin with his first grab for 20. I love to see it. Going to try another RPO with Fournette. And Godwin's there. Oh! Great defense by Fatukasi, knocking the ball away. We had Godwin on the slant, even though they were in cover 1 with a lurking linebacker underneath. It still looked like it was there. We're going to switch out of an RPO. We're going to go to a straight up run up the middle with Fournette. From the 41, you know, field goal, a long field goal is not ideal. That's not what we're going for at all. But Fournette picking up no yards on the carry, making it 3rd and 10. That's the thing, man, is our run game is not very good, but we've committed to running it. And I just don't know how that's going to work. Irv Smith could be open. Can he hold on to it? No, he drops it, making it 4th and 10 from the 40, and we have to kick this field goal. And it's not even telling us to try and kick it. How far is this field goal? Let's see. It's going to be a 58-yarder, and Suckup has been so bad. I mean, he's got a lot of curve on his kicks already. So we're going to actually have to punt this from the 40. That's just so crappy, man. If it was like 4th and 5, I'd be going for it. Instead, we're going to go for a sky kick, try to pin them if possible. And let's see if Camarda can do a good punt. And this looks like it went sideways or backwards. I only angled it slightly to the left. It only went 8 yards. That's how bad the weather is. I shouldn't have done a sky kick. I think the wind does actually affect it a little bit more. But, yeah, no, that punt went basically nowhere on that play. And so it's 1st and 10 with a minute remaining in the quarter. Trevor Lawrence coming out for the 2nd time. And I don't like... Oh, we're stuck in this man blitz. Diabate playing over the top on the slant. One-on-one. Carlton Davis drops the interception. He's got slippery fingers. Oh, my God. Well, I got an empty set again here. It looks like a definite passing down. We could see a scramble from Trevor Lawrence, though. Can't rule that out. The flats are open. Jamel Dean missing the tackle, but getting the tackle finally was, I think that was Jaquan Brisker that got the hit on Zay Jones. On 3rd and 2 with a jumbo set, you know this is going to be a run. We're bringing the safeties down. We're bringing heat from the left side. Oh, and Etienne breaks the tackle up to near midfield. Already 6 carries for 38 yards, having a great time so far. And I love using Etienne. Etienne is such a fantastic running back. I love speedy running backs. And Fournette is like just the most lumbering halfback. Etienne on the carry. It looks like it was an RPO, gaining 4 on the play. And I'm bringing, nickel defensive sets right now. They do have 3 wide receivers on the field, but I'm going to go straight up to 3-4. And we're going to try to stop the run a little bit more and just try to get Trevor Lawrence to at least throw the ball a little bit, because right now they're killing us on the ground. And there's just no way we're gonna stop him unless we go into a 3-4. On the tackle, Carlton Davis misses it. And we gotta start going for cut sticks. We cannot be going for hit sticks with our corners this much. It's just not working. Gotta start cut sticking instead on the running backs, because again, ETN is just so elusive, breaking multiple tackles. 3rd and 3, we're watching the curl. Oh, deep one-on-one. Carlton Davis, I went for the swat. It didn't matter. Zay Jones mossed him for the touchdown. And it was great coverage by Carlton Davis. We went for the swat. Didn't matter. Perfect ball from Trevor Lawrence, thrown off his back foot. I can't believe it. In the rain. And he toe taps and keeps both of the feet in bounds for the TD. That's just ridiculous. Oh, they're doing a booth review. Could this be overturned? If it's overturned, that means he didn't catch it. Oh my god. There's no way. Yeah, no, I mean, it was a tight window. Did they take it off the board? They did. Oh my god. It's still a completion. So he didn't get into the end zone, but he got the 1st and goal from the 6. So, okay, we still got to try and go for a stop. We got to switch our mindset completely from going to the next drive to getting back to this one. Bringing man blitz. The out is there. Oh, the slant. And Zay Jones ultimately scores a touchdown again anyways. It didn't matter. Just 2 catches for the TD instead of 1. All right, Hyatt on the return. We're not sure if we're going to bring this one out. If it's deep, we're not going to do it just because of the weather factors, and it's not. It's from the 10, and it goes out of bounds. Okay. I mean, that's how bad the wind is affecting this game and the rain. And we're going to start from, I think it's a 45. And first play, run it with Fournette out of weak. Committing to the running game. Going to run a little bit more heavier sets, I think, in the 2nd quarter. Great block by Blossom game. 1-on-1. Oh, my God. What a nice truck. Fournette with his biggest carry of the game. And it just runs right over, I think that was C.J. Gardner-Johnson out back there. And on 1st and 10 from the 43, we're going to try another run, this time to the outside with Fournette. See if Blossom can have another great block. We cut it up the middle. Fournette finally gets taken down by multiple defenders. And we're going to switch it up a little bit. And actually, yeah, let's do a toss outside, but we'll bring Rachaad White in for a play and do a weak toss. Although I'm not sure if this is going to work. Let's see. Let's try bringing Kokeeft over. And it looks like it's... Well, Kokeeft is as a fullback. It's kind of weird. Yeah, Blossom came out there as well. Good block by him. But Rachaad White, he loses a yard on the play again. He always, like, we use him on outside runs, but he is not actually that fast. He's just more of a receiving back. And I think maybe we should just use him as just a typical running back, like Leonard Fournette, just running it up the gut. On 3rd and 7, going to see if the safety drops off of Mike Evans, and he does. We give it a one-on-one shot for Mike, and, oh, he ends up getting intercepted. I think that's Rashawn. Oh, that's Shaq Griffin on the pick. And can we get the tackle, bring him down? Finally, he goes down at the 28-yard line, but we threw it up to Mike Evans, and Mike Evans actually looked like he had a step, but then as soon as we threw the ball, Mike Evans all of a sudden slowed down. So I don't know if that's effort or just Madden being terrible, but I mean, it just gets tipped away to the ground, and he catches it between his legs. Just crazy. On 1st and 10 from the 28, they're in empty, so definite pass. You can watch out for a jet sweep as well, but we're in cover 6. And see what they do. Christian Kirk, again, is their #1 target, and we fall down on the play. Is it going to be DPI or roughing, or what happened there? Because I kind of fell. Oh, my God, it's roughing. And, again, this just feels like a combination of different things that have been just killing us over the course of the season. It's been penalties that have been brutal, whether it's offensive holding or DPIs or whatever. Underneath, I don't even know who that is. It's their backup tight end. So make it 2nd and 3. But, you know, we just can't catch a break. We got killed versus the Texans. We won that game versus the Titans, mostly because Will Levis was just awful. On the flat, Diabate, or that was Eli Ricks actually on the tackle, but ETN picks up the first regardless. And we're going to go back into base 3-4. And we're going to try cover 2, even though the run defense is not great out of cover 2. It's a counter. Chenal can't get there. Oh my God. Shaq Barrett misses the tackle. Finally. Jamel Dean comes over from the right side of the field to get the tackle. Forrest Lamp going down is actually pretty big because he's their starter, and their backup is like a 50. So that actually might help us a little bit because they've been just killing us running the football. Another run to the left. This time Chenal trying to go for a big hit. I don't even know why. You know, why do we go for a big hit with our linebackers when they just can't make a tackle? We're cut sticking. We're cut sticking even with the linebackers. We're not going for a big hit. I mean, it worked with Diabate to force the fumble, but God, man, it's just brutal. And another completion. That might be a first down pickup again. All right, stand in base 3-4. That was a completion. So they get a new set of downs. Have Joey try and drop him back into coverage. Expecting run, and it is. Devin White gets outrun by ETN, and ETN just takes into the end zone for another TD. Oh my God. First one by Zay Jones, second one by Travis Etienne, and it's looking so ugly. And the offense hasn't even done that bad, man. It's just like we can't stay on the field. I mean, we had that one pick with Baker throwing it up, but it was 3rd and 7. It was basically an arm punt. On the field goal, it slides in, make it a 14-0. All right, on the kick return. Let's see where this one goes. It goes out to the 15, and Rachaad White's on the return. Rachaad White can't break a tackle. Man, you'd think we'd be able to get a better return off when we're receiving from the 15-yard line, but offense comes back onto the field, and we are disrespecting this jersey right now. I mean, like, we got to pull this jersey out when we're getting a dub. Right now, we're getting killed by the Jags. Gonna stretch to the left. Rachaad White's got a little room, but damn, Trayvon Walker's fast, too. And again, Rachaad White, another carry, another loss of yards. And we are rooting for this dude, but he cannot run the football to save his life. And it's not just him. The blocking has been just god-awful. But, you know, you're hoping that they can make a play. Julio. See, actually, Godwin's wide open. Holds on to it. Nice first down pickup by Baker. A good throw by him. Again, I'm kind of confused why Julio was in on that play. We have Hyatt above him in the depth chart, and that's the whole reason why we got rid of Russell Gage was to give Hyatt more opportunities. But we're gonna have to look into that, and we cannot make that throw. I mean, like, I wanted to make it. Looked like we were eventually gonna get some blocks, but we just can't make that throw. On 2nd and 10, we're gonna run a pass play here, and this might be dangerous, but we're gonna send Hyatt over. And really, I like having Godwin as the slot receiver more. I have him as the slot receiver number 1. We're going to send Hyatt on a go, give him a chance. Otherwise, Mike Evans could be open underneath. Fournette's kind of open. He holds on to it. Alua Khan misses the tackle, and Fournette, did he pick up the first? Regardless, it's going to be the 2-minute warning, and it's going to be 3rd and inches. We got anything in our bag on 3rd and inches? What can we try on 3rd and inches? We're going to try an RPO and see what is more open on this play. They got a lot of people up on the line. They're stacking the box. Godwin's not open though. Fournette's there. Fournette stumbles. Bro, he didn't even stumble. He just like was in mud. I don't get it. And they call a timeout on 4th and 2. We're at the 50, and I honestly think that this is like a must-go-for-it situation. On 4th and 2, we got a bunch of short passing routes. Godwin has the kind of fade to the outside. Mike Evans could be there. I don't love this with Otten. Throwing it up, and just a really inaccurate pass. We were under pressure. Shaq Mason is injured too. And, you know, this is just... I can see now why we were projected to have the number 1 pick. Because this team is hot garbage sometimes. Going into 4-6. This is definitely stupid. From the 48, I mean, in gun, it's a pass. We're trying to watch the receivers. Trevor Lawrence escaping out left and throws the ball away. And Shaq Barrett's injured now too. What is going on? Is it the field? Shaq Mason could come back. He's got a shoulder strain. We're going to bench him anyways. And we're going to go to base 3-4 again. We're going to bring a zone blitz. See if that can get any sort of pressure on Trevor Lawrence. We've already got a little pressure. Force him to throw it away once. We're watching the slants. We're watching the drag underneath. Oh, Chenal. Oh, my God. Christian Kirk still caught it. Antoine Winfield with the tackle, but Chenal was right there. He had it in his fingers. And it just bounced off of him and went right into Christian Kirk's hands. Just a brutal play. Just like the definition of this game right now. We're so close, and Shaq Barrett's out for the rest of the game with a bruised sternum. We're so close to making a play, and then we just fumble it. We literally just fumble it with our fingers. 1st and 10 in the gun. Another pass. Dropping into cover 3. I think nothing's really open. Devin White's playing great coverage. Coming back on the ball, though. I can't believe Devin White can't keep up with Tunyon on that play. Making it 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. You'd think that he could beat him back to the ball. But Tunyon does win that matchup. With a minute remaining. Looks like a... Oh, it's actually a pass. Okay, I thought it was a run for sure. 1-on-1. Anton Winfield with great coverage. Batting the ball away. I think if we would have gone for the pick there, they probably would have caught it. So it was a good decision to go for that swat, I feel like. We're dropping into cover 2. Looks like it could be a short pass. Because, well, we're in the red zone. I mean, how would it be a long pass? The double stick and nod. Yeah, we covered that super well. I was worried about ETN underneath as well, but I feel like Chenal should have dropped on him a little bit faster. But again, what can we expect? The dude is like a 70 overall linebacker. He's got like no awareness and no coverage. So 3rd and goal. Man blitz. God, the slants are going to be wide open. Oh, and we bump into our own man. We bump into Carlton Davis, and they score the TD. Calvin Ridley on that touchdown. We cannot afford to be in man coverage on the goal line like that. That was done by me. Got to put our defenders in better position. And it's 21-0 before half. That's just... Man. And this is against not a great... Like, the Jags, you know, they made the playoffs. But last week against the Texans had a rookie quarterback in Bryce Young, and... They're not that high of an overall, and they're pretty bad. And we got killed dropping. They dropped 40 on us. So I mean, imagine if we played the Bills right now, we would get destroyed. On 1st and 10 from the 27-yard line, we're just gonna run this out and go into halftime down 21-0. Not seeing anything crazy. Decent blocks out to the left, picking up a couple yards, and we're just gonna drain clock. We're switching up a little bit. We're getting hyper focused on. I was going to say we're going to start focusing more on the run, but when we're down 21-0, that's just a loser mentality. Like, we just got to do whatever's going to work for us, honestly. And right now, on defense, we need to stop them from the deep ball, and we just need to stop them on the run plays when we have the opportunity to. But at 1st and goal, we're coming out empty. We're showing pass on the first play. We'll see if Mike Evans can get open on the corner. And instead, wide open over the middle is Julio, but oh my God, man, Baker missed him. I can't fault him too much, man. It's the rain. And, you know, last week against the Texans, he was doing great. It's just bad weather conditions, and it's going to affect him. On the screen, oh my God, almost got intercepted off the tip. Now we're on 3rd and 10, and this is going so sideways so quickly. We are going to try to get Irv Smith on the post on 3rd and 10. See if we have enough time to make this play. And again, Julio is in for Hyatt, which I don't love. And it's not looking like it's going to come open. Chris Godwin open underneath, and another bad ball, inaccurate with no pressure on him. Now 6 for 15. ETN is doing really well against us. On the season, he's having a kind of average season running the ball, but against us, God, he is just going crazy. Coming out in the gun, and again, priority number 1, stopping the run. Priority number 2, stopping the deep pass. And finally, we get pressure with Devin White coming up the middle. Our first sack. All right, and now that we got him in 2nd and 18, we're going to drop back into nickel again, and we are going to bring... I'm not going to go to cover 4. Actually, yeah, we're going to stay in cover 4. This actually could be a really good coverage for this even kind of set in the gun. And right immediately target in the middle. Trevor Lawrence with a great pass, making it 3rd and 1, and again, now they have the opportunity to run it if they want to on 3rd and 1, and we are bringing a man blitz with a Diabate going into single back. Instead, White is coming on the blitz, and this is almost guaranteed a run, right? Oh, it's a pass. Slants! Oh, Carlton Davis tips it away. We should have gone for the pick. We didn't have enough time to really get on it and go for the interception, but regardless, it's going to be a punt, which is big for us, getting a stop on them. And on the punt, Hyatt is going to fair catch it down at the 23-yard line. Zach Wilson trying to give advice to Baker Mayfield. This is just something I would never want to see in real life. Anyways, Baker coming back out onto the field. They're showing a lot of men down in the box. We're going to try to bring play action. And Mike Evans is open. Over the top, he's able to hold on to it. Finally, an accurate pass from Baker down the 44-yard line. We're going no huddle. No time, really, to kind of get back in this game. We're going to run the football at all. Good blocks. Leonard Fournette breaking 1 tackle, but again, picking up a yard or 2 on 2nd. It's hard to kind of run our typical offense looking for short yardage passes, especially when they're playing a lot of man coverage. The bubble screens aren't really there. The short passes aren't really there. And you got to worry with Baker Mayfield being not that high of an overall, not having that great of accuracy. If he can make those throws in this weather on play action 2nd and 8, oh my God, they got pressure immediately off the edge with Trayvon Walker. We're going to send Mike Evans on a go. It might be there. We're going to have Godwin on a slant. Auden could be open in the seam as well. Let's see what they do. Mike Evans is open. He gets onto it. And they're down to 35. A huge grab by Mike Evans. Again, gonna go no huddle. On 1st and 10, we're going to try a counter to the left with Leonard Fournette. Good block by Irv Smith. Fournette's got some room going down to the 15-yard line or the 20-yard line. And 7 carries for 41 yards. Again, doing well. The thing is, when we're down 21-0, it's like, do we run the football and just take the loss? Like, we got to mix it up with some passes for sure, even if the passing game isn't really working. Fournette on the carry again, picking up 9 yards. And the ground game is starting to heat up a little bit. On 2nd and 1, great opportunity to go for a pass. They're probably expecting run, you'd think. And Mike Evans got the one-on-one, back left corner. He holds onto it for the touchdown, and the savior for our offense. When you get in the red zone, just trust Mike Evans to make the play for us. A great one-on-one grab for the TD. Puts us down by 2 touchdowns only. So we got a little bit of a chance. Still 3 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. All right, they're coming out with 3 receivers out of the gun. And so far, they've had a pretty balanced offense, running and passing. We're in cover 2. Watch stuff over the middle. Callahan playing great coverage. Jamel Dean there on ETN. Getting the tackle. It could be a fumble. ETN, or Devin White falls on it. Devin White has already forced 1 fumble as well. Could this be another fumble? And this time, I'm not sure who forced the fumble, and it's not going to be reviewed, so we got it. That's huge for us. We're in their red zone already. I want to see who forced this fumble. So, yeah, Jamel Dean is there on the play, and Devin White comes in off the contact, and I think Devin White might have forced the fumble, and he also recovered it. All right, on 1st and 10, we got Fournette in the backfield. Gonna give him a run attempt. Got good blocks. Again, running to the left, and our left guard couldn't hold on for the block very long, and allows the DT to get into the play and stop Fournette for only a gain of 3. On 2nd and 7, I wish Mike Evans had X Factor. I'd love to take a shot to the post. It could be there anyways with 2 high safeties. So it looks like it's actually cover 3. And, oh no. Don't let him pick it. Oh my God, Mike Evans almost caught it. I'm so happy that that linebacker dropped it because it looked like Mike Evans had a one-on-one with the safety, but pressure got to us. On 3rd and 7, we have a couple of drags with Godwin and Mike Evans, and Cade Otton is just kind of sitting there. He might come open. I doubt it. And they have double A-gap pressure. Let's see, Irv Smith is open in the seam, holds on to it. No fumbles, please. Down at the 10-yard line. And we're going to let Rachaad White come in for a play. We're going to see if he can run the football. We're not going for an outside toss this time. We're going to give him a run up the middle. Relatively halfback smash on 1st and 10. And the box is decently heavy. They have 1 dude out at the nickel spot, it looks like. Good blocks. Rachaad White breaks a tackle. Still on his feet. He breaks another tackle. Gets into the end zone for a crazy TD. Oh my God. What a play. He was stumbling, did like a little turnaround, broke another tackle, found his way into the end zone on an unbelievable run. Was getting stuffed for like 3 runs in a row and then gets another try. We gave him another try to make a play for us, and he fucking delivered. That was awesome. All right, let's take one more replay on this run. So Rachaad White trying to run it right like behind his O-lineman. Breaks 1 tackle and then has multiple guys on him trying to grab at his ankles. Able to keep his balance, kind of break off of his O-lineman, and then break another tackle. I think the rain had something to do with that, but just a crazy run attempt. Again, they're coming out with 3 receivers in the gun once again. Not really hard committing to running the football with this much of a lead. You'd think that's the thing I think that they've kind of made a mistake about is like you got to be running the football here, and our coverage is messed up. I'm not sure who's supposed to be on the left side. Trying to get the tackle. Tunyon finally goes down with the 1st down pickup. But, you know, when you're up 21-0, you should be running the football a lot. And I get it, ETN is not really much of an inside, just like between the tackle sort of running back, but this is how we've gotten back into the game. 21-14 is just forcing turnovers, and they've been passing the ball a lot, not eating up a lot of clock. and getting some incompletions. And on 1st and 10, though, oh, we get the sack this time with Devin White again off of the blitz. Devin White has been so great for us when we bring man blitzes with him up the middle. Now we're dropping into cover 3. We got trips out on the right side. It's definitely a pass. And over the middle, oh, we miss it. We finally bring down Zay Jones, making it 3rd and 2. And Trevor Lawrence is having a great game with only a couple incompletions. On 3rd and 2, though, we're bringing a man blitz again. I don't love it. On the run to the left, we finally bring down ETN. I think that was Zach Sealer on the play. No, it wasn't. It was, who was it? It was Logan Hall. Okay, making it 4th and 2, and that's going to be the end of the 3rd quarter. Well, what was once a really ugly game, our team has shown a lot of grit, making it a one-score game, and now at the start of the 4th quarter, we're going to have the return, and this ball is going out of bounds. No chance to return this one. Again, the wind is just absolutely insane, but we're going to start from the 23-yard line as Baker and the offense come back out onto the field. And, I mean, now we're not in a big hurry. We're not in a rush. I mean, the run game has been fantastic. We've been kind of mixing it in between, and we don't want to get too far away from the pass game. It's been successful as well, but from the 23-yard line, we're running with Fournette up the middle, and he's tackled down by Trayvon Walker and Huff. On 2nd and 9, we're still in single back. We're going to try going into a double post with Mike Evans over the top. I like Mike Evans to get open on this play quite a bit. I'm going to send Godwin on a go to see if Mike Evans can get open. Mike Evans one-on-one, a bad ball. Luckily, it's incomplete. That was definitely thrown way behind Mike Evans. Yeah, on 3rd and 9, we are going to get into a little bit of a over-the-middle route from Godwin. We got Mike Evans on the go, and I think Godwin could be wide open on this play again. We'll see where the linebackers go. And Godwin's kind of open. We try to fit it in and should have waited just a little bit longer. I think Irv Smith might have been wide open. But 4th and 9 from the 24, we just kind of we messed up on that drive. That was the drive right there to tie the game. But we messed it up. And on the kick, and it ends up going out at the 39, which is not the worst thing ever. I mean, the weather's crazy. We were just kicking it like a little bit to the right, and it just went sideways. And so, okay, so now Trevor Lawrence and the offense are coming back out on the field, and we got to get a stop here. They're coming out on empty, showing immediately that they're willing to pass the football. And I don't like this man coverage. We're going into cover 3. They could exploit it pretty easily. Looks like it could be a screen on the right. For Washington, they switched the formation again. Jesus. Okay, now they're in empty still. And we're watching over the right. The curl's not open. The post is kind of open. Trevor Lawrence has got all day, and it's going to be incomplete. No one can get to the ball. But Anthony Nelson gets injured on the play. And we're going to see who brought pressure here if it was Anthony Nelson. But Trevor Lawrence had a long time to make a throw. And finally, does Sealer break it? No, is it Nelson? It is Nelson. So Nelson is the one that gets the pressure, gets the hit on Trevor Lawrence, and he goes down with the injury. Watching the slants, we can see it coming. Oh, damn. Calvin Ridley with the grab, finding just the soft spot in the zone. Just had just enough time, and Nelson is out with a torn labrum. God, we cannot catch a single break. Okay, single back from the 50. We're bringing a man blitz, expecting run with Travis Etienne. Probably a stretch out to one of the sides. No, it's a pass again. We're watching the slants, the post. Devin White, great coverage. Oh, we got to get there. Oh, Jamel Dean gets beat by Calvin Ridley down the 11-yard line. And we gave no safety help. We really haven't run a lot of cover 2-man, this coverage at all. And we got burnt. We didn't get pressure quickly enough in the man blitz. And that's on me. Again, we have not had a lot of safety help up top. It's been a lot of man coverage for our safeties. Over the top. Oh, we almost got the interception. Jamel Dean forces the incompletion. Risky ball to Travis Etienne on that play. Etienne is a great receiver, but I'm not sure you want a matchup between him and a corner. On 2nd and 10, we're in cover 1. Run up the middle. Etienne is there. Can we get him? We got a shoestring tackle by Diabate, and Diabate has... Oh, Cam Robinson's injured, but Diabate has, again, shown how great he is stopping the run. He's been fantastic, and he's not a great block shedder. That's not what it is, but he's got great pursuit angles. Zone blitz, oh my god, and we're talking about Diabate. Meanwhile, we're getting absolutely killed on the curl by Calvin Ridley. Calvin Ridley kind of put that whole drive together himself, getting a lot of the grabs on that drive, getting that one big bomb as well. but just left wide open by Carlton Davis. Carlton Davis wasn't within 5 yards of him. We got Hyatt on the return, and, you know, already, that last drive of ours, that was our opportunity, man, to make it 21-21, and instead had to punt it, and now they're up by 2 scores. 5.5 minutes left. It's not over. But the offense has had mixed periods of being incredibly stagnant and then being incredibly effective. We got 200 total yards. We're going to try play action on this play. And Otten could be... Blossom game is in. This is our 3rd tight end right now. It's brutal. Otten was open. We didn't have enough time to make that throw. We just got to throw it away most likely. No one's getting open. All right, on 2nd and 10, we're trying another play action. I think they might expect a run on 2nd and 10 from Fournette. Godwin could be wide open. He is, and it's accurate enough that he can grab it. Godwin with the first down pickup. Oh, he breaks 1 tackle. Hopefully it's still a first. Oh, they didn't give him the first, so it's going to be 3rd and 2. All right, we got to come out here with a good play. Got to come out here with a solid play. We're going to try middle hooks, and we're going to see if Mike Evans can win this one-on-one. Otherwise, Irv Smith could be open. We're going to give it up to Mike Evans. And, oh, it's a bad ball. Just a really inaccurate pass. Didn't even give Mike Evans a shot. But on 4th and 2, it's telling us to go for it. Mike Evans could be, again, open on this play. We're going to bring Godwin over, though, too, for another slant. And it's man coverage. I see that it's man coverage. It could be cover 1. And look for Mike Evans on this play, though. Mike Evans is open. Holds on to it. Gets down to the 45. Just trust in Mike Evans and Chris Godwin, honestly. Just let the playmakers make plays. You see man coverage, get it to the top 2 receivers. On 1st and 10, Irv Smith or Godwin could be open on this play. I'm not looking for a deep shot right now with Mike Evans. Irv Smith is kind of open. Can we escape out? No, I think that might have been Trayvon Walker that was there. We're not outrunning Trayvon with Baker Mayfield. And on 2nd and 10, again, we still got to keep passing. We're going to try this play again. This was incredibly effective last time. They got a single high safety right now. See if Julio can get open. They got 2 linebackers over the middle. Julio is wide open over the top. It's an inaccurate pass, though, and it gets intercepted by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. And, man, we had the play. We had it right there. Julio was wide open, got past the linebackers. We made a good throw. I mean, we made a good throw as in it was open, but, like, yeah, that was a terrible throw by Baker Mayfield. Julio had about 5 yards, you know, between him and CJ, and we just threw it like 5 yards too far, right to CJ's hands. Let's look at this one more time. All right, we call it timeout. It doesn't even matter, but I mean, it kind of matters. But like, they got the ball with 4 minutes left, and we're down 2 scores. It's basically over. But all right, we're gonna go in and look at the instant replay. On this play, we're looking for Julio on the double move. So we got 2 linebackers over the middle. Is anyone else open? No one else is really open. The corners are covered. Mike Evans and Godwin aren't open. Rashad White is kind of open. This is a tight fit. But look, so Julio is wide open on this double move. And if the ball is accurate, it's just a first down grab. Because Alua Khan is not there to make that stop on Julio. But instead, it goes right into C.J. Gardner-Johnson's hands. All right, 1st and 10 from the 32. I'm expecting a run at this point. Like, are the Jags really going to jag it and like let us get back in this game by just continuing to pass? We'll see. But, you know, with this weather, I can't believe they're passing again. Oh, look at the interception. Oh, Carlton Davis dropped it. Oh, my God. We have had so many chances, man. We've had so many chances to come in here and make plays, and we're just not making the plays that are right in front of us. 2nd and 10. Watching the out. Joey Tryon got completely killed by Calvin Ridley. Holy crap. I mean, he doesn't have great lateral quickness, but oh my God. 3rd and 10. It's incomplete, though, so we're running cover 1. 3rd and 10. Are they really going to, like, let us get back into this? Another pass. Etienne is coming open. It's an incompletion. A bad ball from Trevor Lawrence. Thank God. And they're punting it. We got so lucky. Getting a 3 and out was huge. We still got a chance. On the punt, it's going to be inbounds. Hyatt on the return. Gets it up to the 39-yard line. Gives us good field positioning. And the only problem is, man, like, can we trust Baker to make a throw? I mean, Julio's wide open on that play. Can't make it. 1st and 10, we're trying the jet sweep. Or not the jet sweep. We're trying the screen. See if it's there. And Mike Evans is getting hit in the backfield. He can't break the tackle. Trayvon Walker was all over it. Good play rec by him. All right, we're running an RPO. Going to give Jalen Hyatt a shot to maybe get a good screen. We'll see if it comes open. It looks like it is man coverage. Is it? No, it's zone. Hyatt could be wide. And Hyatt gets tackled by Oluokun immediately. He breaks one tackle before going down for a 1-yard pickup. And that's not going to do it for us, man. That's just not going to do it for us. On 3rd and 9, we got Godwin and Mike Evans on double posts again. And could Mike get open? Oh, Godwin's wide open. A good throw finally from Baker, even though it was kind of inaccurate. We were under pressure. And Davon Hamilton goes down with the injury. Okay, 1st and 10 from the 42. We're going to give Mike Evans a shot on this corner route. Otherwise, so yeah, nothing's really open over the middle. Oh, dangerous ball. Oh my God, that was a bad throw by me. Oluokun and Rayshawn Jenkins were just all over the middle, and we forced it in the middle. And that was the first ball where I just threw a bad ball. But you know, Baker, that was not Baker's fault really. 1st and 10 from the 32. We're blitzing. This game is over, man. 2.5 minutes remaining. Getting the tackle, great tackle that time. Down and making it 2nd and 9. And they're burning clock. Finally, they're getting to the point where they're actually going to try to burn some time. We're at the 2-minute warning now, but you know, they really tried to give us this game. They tried, and we just wouldn't take it. Carlton Davis could have had that pick 6 earlier. We still got the 3 and out, and then we threw another interception. We had Julio Jones over the middle. We threw a pick with Baker again. On 2nd and 9, the fake jet sweep run by ETN, and we get the tackle. We're not going to use a timeout yet. We're going to let them burn a little more clock. They're in the gun, and I expect another run. We're going to see. I don't think they're going to pass, but I wouldn't put it past them. On 3rd and 8, they are passing. And ETN is wide open. Oh, my God. Jaquan was across the field. Trying to get the tackle. Oh, we miss. And that's game. We're going to go to the stats. All right, looking at these awful stats after the game. We tried to commit to the run, but when we fell down by too much, the defense made some plays, and sometimes they made no plays. But Trevor Lawrence had 4 TDs and no picks. 300 passing yards in that weather is insane. Baker Mayfield with 200 passing yards off 40 attempts. That's really bad. 40 attempts to 200 passing yards is just terrible. Below 50% completion percentage, 1 TD, 3 picks. ETN with a good game, 15 carries for 90 yards, 6 yards per carry, and a touchdown, but he did fumble it twice. Fournette actually had a solid game, but again, we just couldn't feed him the ball that much. Rachaad White had a bad game. He just had one really awesome run for that touchdown. And then receiving-wise, you know, Mike Evans was our number 1 target, 7 grabs for 90 yards and a TD. ETN was the number 1 receiver for them, but they had it spread out pretty well. Godwin with 4 grabs for 60. Julio with 2 catches for 30. Fournette with a grab, Irv Smith with 1, and Hyatt with 1 catch for 0 yards. Again, would love to get him more involved. And part of that is making sure to fix some of the issues with just different depth chart subs. But on defense, leading in tackles is Jamel Dean and then Devin White. Tackles for loss, Devin White with 2 sacks, 2 big sacks. Pause. Interceptions, we had none. We could have had a couple interceptions. We dropped a couple. Carlton Davis with some pass deflections that were really good in the game. Forced fumbles, Diabate forced 1, Devin White forced 1. Diabate has really stepped up at times and played really well for us. And sometimes he just disappears on the field, but no defensive TDs. After the game, we have 1 upgrade for our left tackle, Paris Johnson, and looking overall at his stats, still hidden dev, we can't see what it is, but primarily a pass blocker with good run block power, not much of a finesse left tackle, and we're going to continue to boost his power as a left tackle, trying to just boost that overall up, get him to a 76, and we get a boost to awareness and run block power, which he kind of already had high, so not that significant. And so we're going to go through these and see what we get as a result. So QB1 check-in, talking to Baker. On to the next one. Yeah, I'm sure you don't want to talk about that game. That game was piss. Like, you played terrible. I'm sure you don't want to talk about it. So, rain game also didn't come out exactly how we had hoped. The rain definitely affected us. It affected our kicking. It affected our throwing. We didn't fumble the ball, though. I mean, we ran really well. And yeah, no, so we're not going to chalk it up to conditions. The O-line is going to have -3 run block power and run block finesse for the next game. So Paris Johnson, you got that +2 to run block power. Well, F you. For 1 game, you're going to lose run block power. It doesn't matter. And we have the 1 injury, and let's see how significant it is. So Nelson has the torn labrum. He's going to be out for 4 weeks, so 3 more weeks. Tristan Wirfs is still going to be out for a week. Simon McCollum was out for this game. We didn't really notice it. Vita Vea is still going to be out for 2 more weeks after this game. So With that being said, you guys, thank you so much for those of you who watched through the whole video. I appreciate you a ton, and I'll see you in week 5 when we play against the Eagles, which I'm sure will be interesting. And then after that, we have the game against the Niners. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.